guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you how to make this card. So this is a slimline card and it's based for Halloween. So my slimline card base is linked below. I don't know directly the measurements, but I'm using Sweet Pea Design Studio Darling Dragons and the FINLEYS ABC dies. So the first thing I did is I worked out all my placements for everything so I knew where I wanted to cut my lettering out and where I wanted my ink blending to go. So I'm just marking off halfway down the card, or just a little over halfway, and I'm going to ink blend that using my MEMENTO ink in Grape Jelly and then into LULU Lavender. And I didn't know what I wanted to do this day. Like, normally I come into my craft room and I have an idea of what I want to film, and today when I was filming this I just had no idea. So if you're wondering why I stop and pause and continue, it's just because I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. But yeah, I didn't know whether I wanted to use some glow-in-the-dark embossing powder to make the words stand out, or if I wanted to do a shaker card. I ended up doing a shaker, but I am going to be doing another card for Halloween using the glow-in-the-dark powder as the main focal point. But yeah, so I'm just going to do some ink blending, and I don't know why sometimes I film all the way through while I'm doing this and sometimes I don't. As you can see, it's not the best cardstock to blend on. Maybe it's the inks, but for some reason it just does not blend all too well. So, you know, maybe distress inks would work better on this cardstock, but for the moment it just doesn't seem to blend too well. But I'm not really too bothered by it because obviously the focal point of this is going to be the images and then the shaker portion of it. So your eyes don't necessarily focus on the background as much. So otherwise I would have been really annoyed by this. But anyway, I'm going to die cut the lettering out using my Big Shot die, and I'm using the letters, and it's going to spell out Hocus and then Pocus. I was gonna do just the Hocus and then, you know, stamp Pocus underneath, or the opposite way around, but I ended up doing this full way. So this card is actually inspired by somebody by Sweet Pea Designs. I can't remember her name, but I googled Darling Dragons and it came up, and basically what she did is she did exactly the same thing. I'm presuming she used distress inks and stuff, but she didn't make hers a shaker card, and also the colors are a little bit different. And yeah, so I'm just going to stamp my images. I'll insert some music and a time frame for the coloring, and I don't have the coordinating dies for this, so I did have to cut everything out by hand. So I haven't linked the die cuts to go with it, but obviously you just go onto the website and type in Darling Dragons and it'll probably come up with the dies as well. So I will see you guys in a very short minute, and I hope you guys enjoy. once I've cut everything out, I'm just bringing in a piece of acetate. So this is actually from some packaging from one of my stamps. I glued that down using multi-matte medium, and then I'm using 3D foam adhesive tape to basically section off my shaker element bit. So this is the Hocus, no it's not, I got Hocus Pocus in my head. This is the Frankie Comes to Town sequin set, which is by Picket Fence Studio, and I just adhered that down as you can see, and I did save the little O's and the little P, so I'm going to glue those down. But for some reason, obviously you'll see in the picture that one of my O's moved. I don't know why that happened, honestly, but yeah, I absolutely love how this card turned out. Like, I do feel like there was something missing, that it wasn't necessarily Halloween-y, if that's even a word, but, you know, and at the end of the day, we don't really celebrate Halloween that much in the UK. I mean, it's just an excuse to eat more candy and all of that, but, you know, we don't really celebrate it, so I don't know. Like, I know the US, they celebrate it a lot, and, you know, so actually I have a friend that we were talking about all the different things that the US celebrate and the things that the UK celebrate, so it's quite surprising how many things we have in common, but we don't actually, you know, celebrate for the same reasons. It's kind of a little bit weird. So yeah, anyways, I'm using 3D foam adhesive to prop up some of the images, and here's the glow-in-the-dark powder I was telling you about. So I used a low FAWN embossing pen just so I could add some glow-in-the-dark embossing powder to the inside of the cauldron. And the thing about the embossing powder is that they should really come with instructions, because like it is just like any ordinary embossing powder, and to get it to activate and to actually glow, you have to have this under light. So basically, like right now it's not glowing. So what I had to do yesterday is, when you use your flash on your phone, I literally did that, and basically it charged it up a little bit. So I do have a picture which I'll insert at the end of what it looks like when it glows in the dark, but I am going to do another card with it, just with a bigger portion, just to see if it makes much of a difference. But yeah, so I brought in Wink of Stella to the little wings and the pumpkin, and then I did add some more of the sequins on the outside of the card. Originally I was going to use black pearls, but I decided to stick with the theme of the purples, and I brought in my white gel pen just to add some extra detailing, and then I also brought glossy accents in for the eyes of all the dragons, and that's pretty much all I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below if you celebrate Halloween or not, because I'd really love to know. And if you celebrate it, what do you do? You know, because I know some people have Halloween parties, and, you know, the last time I went to a Halloween party, I think I was like 7, you know, and it was bobbing for apples and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think we've done it since. So let me know down in the comments if you celebrated or not. But yeah, apart from that, guys, that's it for the video. Like I said, right at the end, I will do a close-up of the card, and then I'll insert a picture of when it glows in the dark. It was very hard to photograph, by the way, so I hope you guys can see it. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you in my next video, guys. Make sure you go over to my Instagram, follow me over there, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.